When it comes to political lines, are they more like guidelines? You know, those things you set for yourself but then conveniently forget when a plate of nachos appears at 2 a.m.? The world stage is basically a giant game of chicken with global superpowers glaring at each other over a plate of geopolitical nachos. Nobody wants to be the first to flinch, but everyone's eyeing that cheesy goodness. Recently, the concept of red lines has been thrown around like confetti at a diplomat's retirement party, specifically regarding Israel's strike on Rafah. Now, I'm not saying anyone's right or wrong here, it's just interesting how these lines seem to have the structural integrity of a wet napkin. The truth is, international relations are messy. They're like trying to make a souffle in a hurricane. There are ingredients flying everywhere, someone's probably yelling in French, and the end result is often a deflated mess. The only difference? The stakes are slightly higher when it's not just your dinner on the line. So, about Rafah. The situation is complicated, much like trying to assemble IKEA furniture after a couple of glasses of wine. You think you know what you're doing, you've got all the pieces, but somehow, it just doesn't quite add up. Israel launched an attack, citing security concerns. The US, with its own set of interests, tried to walk that tightrope of condemning the violence while not alienating an ally. The question is, did this cross Biden's red line? Well, that depends on who you ask and how you define line. Was it a bold, Sharpie-drawn marker of doom? Or more of a gentle suggestion, like those dotted lines they use on roads that nobody seems to understand? This, my friends, is the crux of the issue. Red lines in politics are about as clear as the instructions on a shampoo bottle. They're open to interpretation, subject to change, and often ignored entirely when it's convenient. Which, let's be honest, is most of the time. This whole situation got me thinking, are our personal lives really that different from the tangled web of international relations? Think about it. We all have our own red lines, those non-negotiables in relationships, friendships, and even with our baristas, 1 pump of hazelnut, Steve, not 2. But how often do we stick to them? How often do we let things slide because it's easier than rocking the boat? Or because, let's be honest, sometimes those nachos are just too damn tempting? We, like our world leaders, are masters of rationalization and justification. We can convince ourselves that black is white, up is down, and that extra slice of cake doesn't actually count if nobody sees you eat it. The point is, whether it's on the global stage or in our own backyards, lines get blurry. We set them with good intentions, but life, with its delightful chaos, often has other plans. Section 4. Red lines in relationships, a comedy of errors. Take relationships, for example. You tell yourself, I will not tolerate being ghosted, yet here you are staring at your phone like it personally offended you. Or you declare, I will not date anyone who still lives with their parents, only to find yourself charmed by a man-child who can fold a fitted sheet to perfection. We're all hypocrites in the game of love and diplomacy. We draw lines in the sand, only to watch the tide wash them away with the next wave of attraction, convenience, or really good takeout. And that's okay, because sometimes the best things in life happen outside the lines. Sometimes the messy, complicated, and utterly unpredictable situations lead to the most rewarding outcomes. Section 5. The global stage, a never-ending play. But back to the global stage. The situation in Rafah is a stark reminder that the world is a complex and messy place. There are no easy answers, no clear-cut solutions, just a bunch of flawed humans trying to navigate a minefield of historical baggage, political pressure, and the occasional rogue plate of nachos. It's enough to make you want to throw your hands up in the air and say, screw it, I'm going to live on a deserted island with nothing but coconuts and my own questionable life choices for company. But then, just as you're about to book that one-way ticket to Nowhere Island, something remarkable happens. A glimmer of hope, a moment of human connection, a reminder that even amidst the chaos, there's still beauty and resilience to be found. Section 6. The punchline, we're all just along for the ride. The truth is, the world is a stage and we're all just actors in a play that never seems to end. There are moments of drama, comedy, and even the occasional musical interlude, usually involving Eurovision. But through it all, one thing remains constant: the unpredictable, ever-evolving nature of human interaction. So the next time you hear about red lines and political posturing, remember this: it's all part of the show. A show that's both terrifying and exhilarating, frustrating and hopeful, and ultimately, a show that we're all in together, even if we don't always agree on the script. Hey everyone! Today I've got an update that's rather heavy, so let's dive into it with the care and respect it deserves. In a shocking turn of events, Mamie Laverock, a talented young actress known for her role in the popular TV series When Calls the Heart, is currently fighting for her life. Just recently, Mamie fell from a balcony, a devastating 5-story drop, leading to critical injuries. Mamie had been in the hospital for 2 weeks due to a medical emergency, and what's heart-wrenching is that she fell while being taken up to a balcony walkway after being escorted out of a secure unit of the hospital. The details around how this exactly happened are still unclear, and I can only imagine how tough this must be for her family and friends. Following this tragic incident, her family has been by her side grappling with this dire situation. They've initiated a GoFundMe to cover the medical expenses and support Mamie through her recovery. The outpouring of support from her co-stars and fans alike has been truly touching. Aaron Krakow, Johanna Newmarch, and Loretta Walsh, among others from When Calls the Heart, have been actively promoting the fundraiser, sharing their heartfelt messages, and urging fans to contribute. At this time, it's crucial to remember the impact of community and support. If you're in a position to help, consider visiting the GoFundMe page set up by her family. Every bit of support counts, whether it's through donations or simply sharing the link. This situation is a stark reminder of how quickly life can change and the importance of solidarity in times of crisis. We're sending our best wishes and hopes for a strong recovery to Mamie Laverock and her family during this incredibly challenging time. That's all for now. Remember to stay connected, and let's keep supporting each other, today and every day. Thanks for tuning in, and take care. Hey guys, ever tossed and turned at night wondering whether to buy or sell a stock? Well, let's dive into the wildly exciting world of Nvidia stock, where the stakes are high and the numbers even higher. Here's a breakdown of the 4 reasons to buy and 4 reasons to sell Nvidia stock. Buckle up because it's going to be a roller coaster. First up, why you should consider buying Nvidia stock. Reason number 1, Nvidia just posted some eye-watering earnings. I mean, their revenue jumped a whopping 262% to $26 billion. That's not just growth, that's Hulk smash kind of growth. Reason 2, the AI market is booming. If you've ever whispered sweet nothings to Siri or asked Alexa to play your favorite tune, then you know what I'm talking about. Nvidia is smack in the middle of this AI love fest, and their technology is what's powering these AI wonders. Reason 3, Nvidia's margins are expanding. In other words, they're not just making more money, they're making more money on the money they're making. It's like Inception, but with profits. And reason 4, Nvidia's stock still looks reasonably valued. Despite the growth, it's not priced like a ticket to Mars. It's more like, hey, I can actually afford this kind of deal. Now, why you might want to sell Nvidia stock. Reason 1, it's been a steep climb. Nvidia stock has soared about 2,720% over the past 5 years. That's like climbing Everest without breaking a sweat. But what goes up can also go down or take a nap. Reason 2, competition is fierce. Just as everyone wants a piece of the pie, other tech giants are drooling over Nvidia's market. It's a tech-eat-tech world out there. Reason 3, the chip industry is, well, chipper but volatile. One minute you're up, the next you're scrambling to find your socks because the market just pulled them off your feet. And the 4th reason to sell? Market saturation. There's a limit to how many AI-driven devices we can talk to before we start forgetting our partner's actual voice. So Nvidia might just hit a ceiling with how many chips it can sell. So there you have it. 4 reasons to buy and 4 reasons to sell Nvidia stock. Whether you're a bull or a bear, or just someone who enjoys tech drama, Nvidia's stock is definitely one to watch. Remember, investing is a personal choice like choosing a Netflix show. So, do your homework, maybe even consult your cat, and make the choice that's right for you. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and maybe even ring that bell if you enjoyed the video. See you next time.